Shalom. Give no praise to Abba Shimmy Shai. Double honor that I was an apostle of Graham Millstone. This is Brandon Aquan coming back at you again with these prophecies. Bit of a late upload, but yeah, we're getting straight into it. Obviously, if you've kept up what's going on in the UK, obviously, we're going through some stringent times, you get me? But I've been out and been about and that. People, they're hoping for this thing to come back to normal. Like, they're hoping for society to come back to normal. Okay, mainly the heathen and that, but you got our people that expect things. They trust in Egypt. Okay, they trust in this government, this society, and they hope that things are going to go back to normal, not understanding that these are the stepping stones to our kingdom. Okay, this thing has to come to pass. Okay, so this restrictions, these COVID restrictions, that this tightening is, let me click on it. It's going to stay until the mandate. Okay, until it's forced, the microchip is forced on the people. This isn't something that we're going to go and reverse from. Okay, this is not the agenda of the elites. Okay, in Esau's plan, their agenda is to move forward and to push their to push their so-called New World Order. Okay, also known as the Iron Curtain, but not understanding that the Heavenly Father, Yahweh Shem Shai, is all in the works. Okay, so the further they push forward is the closer we get to the kingdom. Okay, so let's see over new restrictions. Okay, says here Boris Johnson, which is the Prime Minister over here in UK, is facing mounting anger from senior Conservative MPs after announcing new lockdown restrictions for Christmas, which may have to remain in place for months. Okay, because this thing is not something that is just going to go away. Okay, this is something that needs to stay. Okay, for them to implement their agenda. Okay, which is forcing a microchip on the people and getting a microchip, implemented behind that vaccine, saying that you have to do this, you have to take the vaccine, you have to take the microchip in order to go back to normal. Okay, it's like having a child. Like if you wanna play your video games, whatever, you gotta do these chores. Okay, and because people are so desperate and needy, and obviously people got kids and that and whatever, and they're so wanting to go back to this to what they know as normal. Okay, normalcy bias. Okay, where they hope everything's just going to go back to the way to things that they know, because they're not used to these uncomforts. Okay, so yeah, they're gonna bend over forwards for this microchip and be destroyed. It says here, lockdown restrictions for Christmas would have to remain in place for months to combat a new strain of coronavirus. Okay, and this new strain now, okay, it's an update to the agenda in order to keep they're ramping up the levels now of this second wave of lockdown. Okay, which is tier 4. Okay, and Bill Gates, and you can look it up, showed you that they didn't take the first lockdown seriously, but they will take the second one. Okay, and that's why they're tightening the grip on these people's necks. Okay, it says here, the Prime Minister has been accused of deliberately delaying a decision to place millions of people in lockdown. In London and the South East under the new Tier 4 measures to avoid scrutiny from angry backbench Tory MPs. The announcement of new measures, which was made by Johnson on Saturday, has been seized upon by Labour as evidence of gross negligence. The government has been aware of a new strain of the disease since September, but resisted pleas from scientists and doctors for further lockdown measures until 6 days before Christmas. Okay, which is bullshit. It's all orchestrated, but the thing is, they have to push this agenda. Okay, the Mossad obviously has these Edomites pushing biological weapons, and whatever they put in the vaccine. Okay, you've seen people falling down and dying from the vaccine. Okay, showing you that the coronavirus is not what's killing people, it's the vaccines. Okay, it says here, Charles Walker, the vice chairman of the Tory backbench 1922 committee, said he believed ministers knew before Friday that they would be cancelling Christmas. I suspect the government knew that they were going to cancel, because it's all pushing this Christmas thing, Christmas. Because even you're in this world and following these Babylonian traditions, you're going to be feeling away because you're looking forward to celebrating a pagan custom. Okay, so any normal person that'll be reading this, okay, would be feeling away because they'll be thinking, I can't celebrate, I can't celebrate Christmas. Okay, which is a pagan tradition. So it's here. On Wednesday and Thursday, when they were still attending the House of Commons, they planned to press ahead. He told BBC Radio 4's The World this weekend. I think many colleagues found that extremely egregious. The Christmas period was passed into law by the House of Commons in a vote after debate. The view of most colleagues was for that to be changed. Another vote would be required in the House of Commons. So I suspect the decision was delayed until we were safely away back to our constituencies. A critic of the UK Health Secretary, Matt Hancock, okay, he's the guy, that is the face of this thing, because Boris, which is the Prime Minister, he fumbles a lot, okay, when he's speaking to the people on off the teleprompter. So they got this guy Matt Hancock, which is a very good liar. He's very good at looking into the camera and bullshitting. He's very good at passing a lie, okay, like blatantly bold to the people's faces. Okay, Matt Hancock is the guy. That's why they put him as the split. That's why you're gonna see a lot of Matt Hancock, not much of Boris. Okay, they put him as the health secretary because he's the guy that can push this agenda and deceitfully. Okay, because if you look at this guy normally, you can see that he's full of shit, but he has a job to do. You know what I'm saying? Which is pushing that that narrative of staying at home and following the rules. Everyone should just follow the rules. Please just follow the rules. Okay, that's all they push. Okay, which is following their agenda. Ultimately, to push that mark of the beast, microchip, okay, into fruition, which is coming very soon. But the main thing here is the fact that this is going to stay for a while. This is not going to go away. It's not going to backtrack. Okay, it's not going to loosen up. It says here, Walker also called for ministers to resign if they were found to have been incompetent. Surely at some stage, senior government ministers has to say, I've offered my resignation to the Prime Minister, and the Prime Minister has to say, sadly, I have to accept it. Cool. So they're just basically trying to say that the Prime Minister, and certain of his cupboard, which is his people, which are in the Commons, were taking long to announce that we should have gone into Tier 4 sooner. Okay, but the thing is, if they keep doing everything back to back fast, they're going to get more of a reproach of the people. They're going to get more of a backbite. So that's why they need to do this thing subtly. Okay, it says here, this is a failure of leadership for which we may never be forgiven. Many people are blaming previous cock-ups on Dominic Cummings. Now it is all on the PM, the MP said. On Sunday, Hancock and additional restrictions for England announced by the Prime Minister on Saturday may have to remain for the next couple of months while the vaccine is rolled out. So that's the thing. Okay, so they're going to keep you locked down until they have a vaccine which they can implement on you to go back to normal. And if you don't take the vaccine, you don't conform to the norm, okay, then you can't go back to what you've been, all your life you thought, which is normal. So because people are so uncomfortable, okay, and so wanting to get back to their normal routine, okay, their simple life, okay, which is just retarded. That's why Scripture says, how the simple love simplicity and fools hate knowledge. Okay. So that's the plan there, to keep people locked down until the vaccine is rolled out. So it's here. What is really important is that people not only follow them exactly. Okay, like I just said, that's what they keep reiterating. Just follow, just do it. Okay, like it's not promoting Nike or anything, but they just want you to just follow the rules. Okay, but everybody in the Tier 4 area acts as if you have the virus to stop. Acts as if you have the virus to stop spreading it to other people, he told Sky News. It says, we know this is a new variant. You can catch it more easily from a small amount of the virus being present. All of the different measures we have in place, we need more of them to control the spread of the new variant than we did to control the spread of the old variant. It's funny. Like the fact that you can't make this shit up. Okay, you can see Esau's plan. He's playing checkers. Okay, the Moses playing chess. It says here, Hancock said that keeping the new coronavirus variant under control until a vaccine had been rolled out would be very difficult. Okay, basically keeping the people under control until they get a vaccine and able to push under people's skin compliantly would be very difficult. Okay, but they jazz it up here. Okay, if you don't know, that's what I'm saying. How people speak in England compared to how they do in other countries like America. Okay, like enforcing something would be okay. Do you want to take a seat? Okay, that's what they say in the UK, Britain. Do you want to take a seat? Which means take a seat. But in America, they'll tell you take a seat. But it's the same thing. Okay, when they say, oh, we might have to go into a new lockdown, well, I don't want to go into another lockdown before Christmas, which means you're going into a new lockdown by Christmas. Okay, it just means that the way they say it is more subtle. It says here, the cases in the tier 4 areas have absolutely rocketed in the last few days. Okay, I bet they fucking have. It says here, the last 2 weeks or so, we have got a long way to solve this. So like he said, at a press conference on Sunday responding to the announcement, Keir Starmer criticised Johnson's lack of decisive action over the news. Decisive actions would mean to immediately put the London under lockdown tier 4 over the new strain which was identified by the government in September. It was blatantly obvious last week that by in September the vaccine wasn't even being the first vaccine wasn't even being implemented. So how the hell could I get it? That's what I'm saying. The story don't make no sense. So you're saying they had a new strain in September, but the vaccine for the first strain wasn't even out yet. So what the fuck? See what I mean? Like, but people don't understand. Like, it's orchestrated. So see, it was blatantly obvious last week that the Prime Minister's plan for a free for all over Christmas was a risk too far. And yet, rather than listening to concerns and taking them seriously, the Prime Minister did what he always does: dismissed the challenge, ruffled his hair. His hair's always fucking ruffled. Okay, doing with them freaking satanic rituals. Okay, he ain't got no time to be doing this here. And made a flippant comment. The Labour leader said, "How could the government allow people to go on as they were when they knew they had lost control of the virus? Is an act of gross negligence by a Prime Minister who once again has been caught behind the curve." He said, whatever, man. Okay, they're all on some bullshit. Anyway, you can read the rest of this one. This is on The Guardian. Okay, and I'll probably put the link up on the on the on the channel also. I'll share the link so that you can read through yourself. Okay, but the main scriptures here, I'm gonna get, because this is not something that is just gonna breeze over. It's something that they're gonna crunch down on the people and force you to take this. Like, they're gonna bow you guys necks. Okay, the Most High is not dealing with you. Those that are not got their faith in Yahweh Shem Yeshai, you're gonna bow unto them. Okay. Shit. Bow the knee. Unto where is it? Here we go. Romans 11 and 4. But what saith the answer? Okay, this is in what is it called? 1611 King James writing. Okay, so it's a bit different. This is before the letter J came out and stuff like that. It says here, but what saith the answer of the Most High unto him? I have reserved to myself 7,000 men who have not bowed the knee to the image of Baal. Okay, which will be that vaccine, that microchip, whatever they have to implement on the people to push under their skin. Okay, and this society, the way this whole, the way Esau's agenda basically. Okay, we shall not serve Esau. Period. Okay, we shall not bow down unto them. Period. Okay, 7,000 is a complete number. Okay, 144 prophets, 144,000 prophets, and the men, women, and children of the elect. Okay, here we go. Even so, then, at this present time also there is a remnant according to the election of grace. Okay, you can carry on from there, but that's the main thing. There it says here. Also, let me get another one. So we're not going to bow unto the knee of this society. Okay, you get ready to be uncomfortable, man. Okay, because these women, they're not ready. These people out here are not ready to be uncomfortable, and neither of these women are ready to be uncomfortable. Okay, you need to get ready for being very uncomfortable. It says here, let me get. There's people that want to keep their jobs. You got people that want to, they got kids and that, It don't matter if you got kids or whatever in the truth, okay, already, okay, I wouldn't advise to have any more. But if you got kids, women and that, Lord's will, if the Most High sees you fit and you're continuing in these works, okay, in truth, sincerity, okay, the Most High has your back, okay, the Most High has got you, okay, your scripture says every hair on your head is numbered, so you have nothing to fear. Even if you are put to death. Okay, 5 and 1. Even if you are put to death, okay, before you make it into a chariot. Okay, because I know the emphasis is mainly on being beamed up in a chariot. Okay, in spiritual powers, but you have to understand that we're still in the flesh at the same time. We're not angels yet. We will get spiritual powers in these times, but at the same time, the probability of being put to death is incredibly high. Okay? It's just that the angels of the Most High encamp about them that fear him. Okay? So that's where you got to have your faith. It says here, 1 Thessalonians 5 and 1. But of the times and seasons, brethren, you have no need that I write unto you. For yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Most High Yahweh, Basham Yashai, so cometh as a thief in the night. Okay? Which is, a thief in the night is when it's, what's the word? It's what is it called? What's the word? It gives it an A. Anticipated. Okay. Anticipated. Let me look it up. Okay, unexpected. Okay, unforeseen, unpredicted. Okay. It's prophesied. Okay, which we're doing, but it's forecast. Okay, but it's not expected to the rest of these people out. Okay, so say when they shall say peace and safety. Okay, when they got the vaccine, everything's cozy now. Take the vaccine now. Then suddenly destruction cometh upon them as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. Okay, because meanwhile, when this is going on, okay, this whole coverage of the vaccine and whatnot, you gotta understand what's going on in the Middle East. Yeah, it's on flames. The beef is frying right now between them Ashkenaz Israelis and them in the Middle East, Iranians. Okay, and that them Iranians ain't forgetting that what they've done and to the scientists, the general, and all of that. That's all building up. Okay, and now they're saying that them Ashkenaz Israelis want to go into what do you call it? So they want to go into across the border to help out them Iranians or something like that, help out the Afghanistanis with a vaccine, which is bullshit. Okay, but the main thing here, it says here, I'll continue from verse 4. But you, brethren, are not in darkness, that a day shall overtake you as a thief. Okay, so we're not blinded by Christmas and all that crap, all the stuff that's going on in the world. We've got our eyes focused on the prize, which is the kingdom, and these prophecies like the mark of the beast, these vaccines, not taking it, okay, and building up knowledge, wisdom, understanding in order to get through these times. I want to finish with this one here. Quick nav. The one on the phone is a bit more.